Hey, my name is Joe Gadrek Roman. My group and I are going to be presenting about the job application process and all the documents that are required within that process. Each group member will introduce themselves as the video progresses. Thank you.
Good day, my name is Lamisangawan and I'll be taking you through the introduction portfolio. So the Batless Bank PLC is founded in 1960, headquartered in London, UK, and later branched to India, New Delhi in 1990. Batless is known for being one of the leading financial institutions in the retail, corporate, and investment banking. It has also aided in India's growing economy by contributing over 2,300 crores to support business growth.
Good day, my name is Titus Marty and I'll be taking you through the departmental minutes. Departmental minutes must have a title, a date, time, and a location. And also it's very important for you to include the attendees and those who were absent. There was a court order by Mr. Bule in our meeting, hence why it's here. And then the agenda. The agenda of our meeting was the announcement of former risk analyst Mr. Titus Mart's departure from the organization, the discussion of the new risk analyst vacancy, the approval of the recruitment budget, the discussion and approval of the hiring timeline. The first item on our agenda was the departure of the former risk analyst. The first item was then followed by the discussion of the new senior risk analyst vacancy, and then from there a decision was made to fill or start a recruitment process for a new senior risk analyst. And then afterwards the members of the board discussed and approved the recruitment budget, which was the job advertisement on LinkedIn and other job portals, the criminal and credit background checks, the total estimated budget. And from there, a decision was made and there was a recruitment budget of up to 13,800 rupees, which was to be used on advertisement and background checks. And then this was confirmed by the HR and it was approved. The final item of our agenda was the discussion and approval of the hiring timeline. This was discussed for hiring a new senior risk analyst with a particular attention to the upcoming April audit, and Ms. Botomola PC proposed the following timeline: job advertisement to be posted on the 16th of February, the application deadline was to be on the 27th of February, the shortlisting of applicants was to be done by the 2nd of March, the interviewing of shortlisted applicants was to be done between the 4th and the 6th of March, and the target start date was the 10th of March, allowing for a notice period. And then the board also confirmed that Mr. Bule, Ms. Ramantonyana and Ms. Malapisi will interview the shortlisted candidate and appoint one that meets the agreed qualifications whilst ensuring they stay within the approved recruitment budget of 18,800 rupees. And then all the board members voted in favor of the motion and the motion was passed. And then the action items from the meeting was for the HR to prepare the job description and advertisement for posting by the 16th of February. Ms. Tapule, Ms. Ramantonyana and Ms. Malapisi to interview the shortlisted candidates and appoint one that meets the agreed qualifications whilst ensuring they stay within the agreed budget. And then the meeting was adjourned. Here's the signature of the secretary and the date.
My name is Mr. Bule and I'll be taking over the memorandum. The memorandum is a formal written communication used within the organization to convey information and make requests. In this example, we made the memorandum in order to make a request. Firstly, we're going to talk about the structure of the memorandum. Starting off with the two, this is the recipient of the memorandum. This is the department or person we are trying to spread the information to or to address, which in this case is the head of Human Resource Department. Then the sender, which is the chief risk officer. Then we also have the date and the reference number. As I said, we use this memorandum to make a request, and that request is to commence recruitment for a senior risk analyst. So we have the introduction. This is used to briefly address why the memorandum was made, which was the commence of recruitment of a senior risk analyst. The chief risk officer briefly explained why the vacancy should be filled immediately and the importance of the vacancy of the job fulfillment is to the bank. Following the introduction, we have the job requirements, which consist of the education, the experience, and the skills. Next, following that, we have the key responsibilities. Following that, we have the recruitment budget and timeline. This consists of the recruitment budget, which is 18,800 rupees, the advertising platforms, which are LinkedIn and Instagram, then the timeline listed in the memorandum. Then also we have the interview panel, which is crucial to this whole recruitment process because it enables the bank to recruit the individual effectively and efficiently. The key candidates of this interview panel are the key risk officer, the head of resource department, human resource recruiter. Then lastly, at the end of the memorandum, we have the key salutations, which are listed here, the thank you, and then the signature of the person writing the memorandum. Thank you.
My name is Temus Okobai, and I'll be taking you through the job advertisements. The HR department decided to post job advertisements on both Instagram and LinkedIn. The HR department decided to post a job advertisement on Instagram because it is one of the most used social media platforms in the area, thus meaning a larger variety of people will be able to view and interact with the job application. As you can see, the Instagram job advert here, it has the job title for the senior analyst position, the job type as it is a full-time job position, the reference number, the salary of 4 million rupees, the location in New Delhi, India, and the closing date for the 27th of February 2026. The job advertisement also shows the job requirements needed, such as education, experience, and skills, as well as key responsibilities the applicant would need to fulfill if they are hired by the company. The job application also shows the needed contact information the applicant will use to hand in their resume and necessary documents as well. Now I'll be taking you to the LinkedIn poster. Here, this is the LinkedIn poster. And the Human Resources Department decided to use LinkedIn as it is a space created specifically for professionals to interact with each other. This means that a wide array of professionals will be able to see the job application, including those who feel what the position needs. As you can see here, this is the LinkedIn job application. The LinkedIn job application also has the same information as the Instagram job application. The reason why the Human Resources Department chose LinkedIn as it is a hub created specifically for professionals to interact. This means a large array of professionals who would fit the job description will be able to view and interact with the job application. I have taken you through both job applications. Thank you.
Good day, I am Thomas Sebaro and I'll be taking you through the curriculum vitae, popularly known as CV. A CV is a formal document that summarizes the applicant's education, work experience, skills, and achievements. It is used for jobs, internships, and academic opportunities. The purpose of a CV. A CV is used by you as an applicant to introduce you to employers. It shows your qualifications, your strength, and it helps you to get an interview. So I'll be moving on to the structure of a CV. A CV consists of the personal information, the summary or objectives, as well as work experience, educational background, professional qualifications, and on the next page, references and core competencies. The personal information. Here, the applicant will provide their personal details, including their full names, phone number, emails, and postal address. What you should do is to avoid providing unnecessary details like ID or marital status. Professional summary is a summary that tells the employer about who you are. It should include what you offer and your career goals. Moving on, we have the educational background. Educational background shows the schools, universities, the qualification, and the dates that you have acquired. Make sure to start with your most recent, going downwards. We also have the work experience. Same as the educational background, you arrange it in chronological order, starting with the most recent. It should have the job title, the company, and the dates of when you work there, as well as the responsibilities. Make sure to use bullet points. Last but not least, we have the skills or core competencies for the next page. These can be the communication, computer skills, the problem solving skills, or teamwork. We also have the references. These are the people who have either taught you or employed you in universities or your former workplaces. You provide their names, position, and their contact details for a good CV. You make sure to keep it simple. You check the grammar for any incorrect spellings. It should be 1 to 2 pages. It should not be too long. It should also have a professional format. One important thing, be honest. Every information provided here should be legit. Common mistakes that people can make while preparing a CV are the spelling errors or providing too much information. They may also provide irrelevant details. They may also have poor formatting.
Good day. My name is Reflome Simpatan and I'll be taking you through the application letter. An application letter is a formal document written to an employer to express interest in a job advertised. It outlines a candidate's qualification, skills, and experiences. Purpose of an application letter: it serves as a bridge between the curriculum vitae and special needs of a job. The structure of an application letter: it consists of 2 addresses and the contact details from both the candidate and the employer. It has an introduction which tries to convince an employer why the candidate is suitable for the position.
Good day, my name is Butumila PC and I'll be taking you through the offer letter. This is a formal document that is sent by the employer to the job candidate, offering an employment and outlining its terms. The offer letter consists of 2 addresses, which are of the employer and the job candidate. The employer outlines the terms of the offer letter, starting with the duties, which include identifying, assessing, and monitoring financial and operational risk, collaborating with the finance team to ensure that risk mitigation strategies are implemented, preparing reports for regulatory compliance and internal audits, and supporting quarterly auditing processes. The employer also outlines the work schedule, which will be from Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. with a 1-hour lunch break from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Any overtime must be pre-approved by our supervisor. The job candidate will also receive an annual start salary of 400,000 rupees, which will be deposited in monthly installments. They will also be eligible for benefits such as health insurance coverage for them and their immediate family, paid time off including 20 vacation days and 10 sick days annually, and a 401k plan. There will also be annual performance bonuses on project completion and individual performance. To formally accept this offer letter, the job candidate needs to sign and return the letter along with a formal acceptance letter by the 8th of March 2026. The job candidate should then sign this offer letter and return it along with a formal acceptance letter by the 8th of March 2026 to confirm the acceptance of the offer. If they have any further questions, they should feel free to email us. And then finally, the closing salutations consist of the human resource recruiter's signature. Thank you.
Good day. My name is Amanka Hamishan. Today I'll be taking you through the acceptance letter. The acceptance letter is a formal document sent by a candidate to the employer accepting a job offer. Now, the structure of the acceptance letter includes two addresses. The first being the employee's address followed by the employer's address. Now the opening salutations, which is the name of the receiver, followed by the introduction, which consists. Now, in the body, the employee accepts the job and all the terms as outlined in the offer letter, which are the starting date and time, the annual salary, the health insurance, the paid time offs, and the annual performance bonuses. Now, the closing part of the acceptance letter is the salutations. That is the acceptance letter. Thank you.
My group and I hope this video was a good explanation of the job hiring process and the documents that are required throughout the process. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you.